So let's get started with the 2009 draft. The Detroit Lions are on the clock.
Heading into the 2009 draft, the Lions didn't just need a quarterback. They were desperate. In 2008, 3 different quarterbacks had seen the field, and not one got a win. Yeah, you heard that right. The 2008 Lions finished the season 0-16, which was the only record they broke that year. But there's no doubt this Lions team didn't give birth to legends. But the legends were on the other team. Matt Ryan's first professional pass was against the Lions, and it was a touchdown.
25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He lives in Atlanta. His first professional pass is a 62-yard strike to
The defense finished dead last. They had no team identity. Their front office was a joke, and the fans were not having it. So why not take a shot at a young Georgia quarterback named Matthew Stafford?
Quarterback, Georgia.
Welcome to the NFL, Matthew Stafford.
At Georgia, Matthew Stafford was nothing short of elite. He had a big arm, elite talent, franchise quarterback written all over him. He wasn't just a good choice, but he was the only choice. He was even compared to the likes of Peyton Manning. But the Lions didn't draft Matthew Stafford to develop him. They drafted him to save them. To walk into the worst team in football and somehow fix it.
The start of the 2009 NFL season has arrived. For the Detroit Lions, it's all about change and a fresh start.
Casey Fitzsimmons splits out the tight end. Stafford to throw, complete. Across the 40-yard line is Calvin Johnson, and that's the guy. He wants to get the ball to the Rams.
In Matthew Stafford's first ever NFL game, he had to go against the eventual Super Bowl champs, the New Orleans Saints. The Lions would drop 27 points, but it wouldn't even be close to outscoring the Saints, who dropped 45 points on the worst defense in the NFL. Stafford's freshman and sophomore years in Detroit were rocky, which was to be expected. He was injury prone and struggled to make a full season, and nobody was there to help. The Lions had no run game, and it got to a point to where it was so bad. In 2009, Matthew Stafford led the team in rushing touchdowns with 4. He busted his knee in his shoulder, but played through it and managed to play 10 games. It was just him and young developing Calvin Johnson out there. Sure, he wasn't perfect, but he had grit. He was fearless. He just needed to wait for help. But Matthew Stafford would really solidify himself as a future great in a Week 11 game in his rookie season against the Browns.
The snap, sets in the pocket, rolls left. This is going to be it. He's got to get rid of it. Stafford sets, looks, now running back to his right. Stafford looking for somewhere to go. Sets and throws.
On the last play of the game, down by a touchdown, Stafford throws a well-placed ball into the end zone. As he's releasing, he is pounded and injures his collarbone. In the end zone, however, a pass interference is called, leaving 1 second at the 1-yard line for the Lions to score and win. In a turn of events, Stafford gets up, persevering through his pain, and throws the game winner on the last play of the game.
This is it. This is the game. The 20. The 10.
Last play of the game, takes the snap, rolls, end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions out.
He would finish that game with 400 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford went on to finish his career out in Detroit with fairly consistent numbers, something the Lion quarterback hasn't done in a very long time. He went over 4,000 yards every year in Detroit except for 2, and even with a below-average defense each year, made 3 playoff games. Whenever his defense could hold the opposing team under 21 points, he would win 80% of the time. It kind of makes you think what would happen if he went to a better team.
An absolute stallion of a quarterback.
Yes,
How big is that? Matthew Stafford magic.
Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. If I got to choose the coast, I got to choose.
After 12 seasons of carrying the Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford won it out. And who could blame him? He gave them everything. They gave him chaos. In January 2021, the trade went down. Stafford to the LA Rams. In return, the Lions got Jared Goff, 2 first-round picks, and a 3rd rounder. At the time, people loved the trade. For the Lions, Stafford's washed. He's never won anything. Jared Goff has a Super Bowl appearance. But here's the part they missed. The Rams didn't just want a quarterback. They wanted Stafford. And they knew exactly what he could do with throw support. In his first year in LA, Stafford silenced every doubt. 5,000 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, NFC West title, playoff wins over Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Super Bowl champion. The very same guy people said couldn't win big games led 3 fourth-quarter comebacks in one postseason. The trade didn't expose Stafford. It exposed the Lions. Because the moment he had real coaching, a run game, and a top 10 defense, he became a champion. Matthew Stafford was never the problem. The problem was Detroit itself, and the Rams proved it. Oh, and as a side note, Jared Goff would lose his first 11 games as a Detroit Lion. So what if Stafford had spent his first 12 years in a different organization? Would he be a multi-Super Bowl winner? MVPs? GOAT status? There's no way to tell, but this video points to some of those things. Let me know what you think down below. For more NFL content every other day, subscribe.
Going back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali, Cali. I'm going back.